Hey, I'm Bovinia,
And I'm Angel.
and today we are playing the Stanley Parable. As you can, it tells you it basically. It tells you right there.
Bovini has actually never played this game before.
Yeah, I've heard about it. They say it's good, so.
And I bought it with my Steam addiction
Well, everyone's addicted to Steam.
after they banned my debit card.
We're gonna begin the game. The end is never the end, but
The
it's
end is
loading. Yeah. End is never the end. Is never the end. Is loading.
Nah.
No, New England.
New England? New England Patriots.
No, never mind. It's not New England then.
I know Ty is a really big New England Patriots fan. His favorite football team.
I thought we were calling him Romeo.
Romeo? Yeah, it's Romeo's favorite team.
This is the story of a
Take this,
man
yeah.
named Stanley.
It's about Stanley. guys.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number
I was kind of hoping there were
427.
subtitles.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his
doing this shit,
desk,
that job?
telling him what buttons to
Sit there
push,
and push a button?
how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others
That sounds
might
like
have
it'd be really
considered it
boring.
soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
So he likes to be told what he's to
Stanley
do all the time.
was happy.
Seems easy. Like, yeah, like give that.
And then
like,
one day, something very
go in
peculiar
for 8
happened.
hours and do that.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Make it
Something
about
he
20.
would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order
know,
had arrived on the monitor for him to
it's,
follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
kinda
call a
bad.
meeting, or even say hi.
Well,
Never
I
in
think
all
he's
his
had
years
pauses
at the company
before.
had this happened. This
I know,
complete
but sitting there for an hour,
isolation.
like no one's here.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk
You can-
and stepped
you
out
can
of his
throw now.
office.
Well, let's see here. Got a button. How do I activate things?
Huh. It's a good question.
Pencil sharpener. What's it say?
You have to scroll down. You have to crouch.
How do I crouch?
There you go. It says.
I hate Sundays. That's
How does he
normal.
hate Sundays?
Huh? You're not at work. Oh, wait.
What? What'd you forget?
No, it says I hate Mondays.
Let's say. I'm supposed to be the dyslexic one.
There's kind of a tilty effect when I move too fast from the field. That
All
might
of
be
his
the field of
co-workers
view.
were gone. What could it mean?
Work.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
You
memo.
came to work, Romeo, and nobody was there. How would you feel? Would you go home? Nobody else is there.
The
And your
meeting
whole
room.
job is to do what you're told.
Yeah, it's an M. See, there's another one right there. They're not going to reuse assets.
Like that guy did with the coffee cup. Throw it on the ground.
Where's the meeting room?
I don't know.
Tell me where the meeting room is, game.
Check your map.
There's a map?
No.
Okay. Well, okay. I guess I keep going to the open doors then. I thought maybe there was a diversion, but there's not.
Aww. Bovinia gets to play a tripod.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door
Bovinia
on
gets
his
to play
left.
Oh, this is the
tripod.
room. What did he say?
I haven't really come up with your name yet.
He said I picked the door on the left.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Just to admire it.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay. Can I order a drink? Like, can I literally drink it all in?
Punch it.
Also, $1.25 for a can.
Really, really worth it being here in the room.
Where?
A room
Where
so
in the
utterly
world
captivating
does
that
this
even
person
though
work?
all your co-workers
for
have
real.
mysteriously vanished,
It's like
here
Greece.
you sit looking at these
It's Greece's
chairs and
economy.
paintings.
$1.25 for a can.
Welcome
like,
to-
no. I
Welcome
don't-
to Greece. Well,
But
we charge
eager
you
to get back to
$1.25 for
business,
can soda.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Wait, are you gonna listen to him? That looks scary, dude. You're gonna get mugged in there.
That room's freaking dark. Forget that.
Stanley was so bad at following
Do
directions,
not lie.
it's
If you are
incredible
lying
he
right
wasn't
now,
5
stop.
years ago.
Oh, it's a warehouse. Looking thing.
Well, the door behind you locked, so I think you're
Yeah,
stuck.
I see that. Apparently, my choice is final this time.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while in motion.
Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift.
$1,000.
$1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. $5,000.
Wait, how do they expect you to survive that?
They don't.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
You're not?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting,
Sounds kinda
Stanley.
selfish.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Or
Does he have my
her.
wife?
It's Stanley. Your chance
I
to
don't have a
redeem
wife.
yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Wait, who's she?
I don't like her. That's what I'm gonna go with. I don't like her. There you go.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Unplug the phone.
Yeah, I'm good. How do I?
Crouch.
Okay.
Click.
As Stanley picked up
Excellent.
the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
I did.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment
Right,
where he
right.
finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music
No.
comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not
Yeah.
picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of
Yes.
these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
You're welcome.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a
The
moment so
severity
we
of
can
the
educate
situation.
you properly on safe decision-making in the
You're
real
about to
world.
get educated,
Please
apparently.
observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the
Deliberately
best part
not
of being a
observing.
real person.
I want to be
But if
noted.
used incorrectly, it can also be the most dangerous.
The
For
most
example,
dangerous.
in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice.
Okay.
He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
No.
Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house.
Yes.
Which choice would you make?
That is
Remember
correct.
that unlike here,
Second
the real
choice.
world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness," Is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack.
I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack.
At what time?
5:30.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
All right. Bring it on, Stanley.
Ah, welcome back.
What the fuck?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
All right. Wait. All right. All right, Stanley. Let's see what's up. Came back this way. Presumably I get back on the cargo
Now
lift.
that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
I see. Because I literally worked at a computer where I push buttons that I was told to push.
And now you find out that the place you work can't handle reality.
Okay. Because Stanley was, or what's it, Stanley? Stanley was not a real person. Oh, hey, the lounge. We're back in the lounge.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Alrighty. Let's try that out. On the off chance you give me another choice, though, I may decide to,
Now remember,
we'll just see.
all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Is that like a
When
tutorial?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well,
Tempting.
it is tempting. But I've seen what's down that door. I mean,
What if it changed? Can it change?
that's what I'm thinking is, what if it changed? What if it's no longer the lounge? Because he said it doesn't handle reality well.
You flip a coin? You have a coin?
I don't have a coin.
Ask Tripod. Or ask Romeo. Ask Romeo which door he would choose.
Hey man, 1 or 2?
1 or 2?
1 or 2? 2 it is.
No! Why did you do that?
Yeah, see,
Quickly,
it is. It
hurry
is
back
different.
in the other direction.
The
Perhaps we're not too
reality's
late.
changing. All right. No more dialogue. Wait.
No, he's done with you.
Keep dry.
Wet and dry. And I'm glad I don't work in that office.
Uh-huh. My files. No. Oh. All right. So we proceed towards the meeting room as Stanley would.
Wonder how much of the game you already broke.
I hope a lot of it.
Oh, it's ruined.
There we go.
I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I
I've raised myself
No,
up.
I have to.
Nope.
I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Okay. No, Stanley, we could have talked about this.
Stanley didn't want to talk about it.
Nope.
Now, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Okay.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
But I
That
don't
there's a
know
world
you.
outside of you. You're a child. Oh,
You
my
would child.
story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right. But I will probably do that next time because this video is running a little long. So,
Yeah, so this
we'll
has been
see.
Angel and Bovinia from
Yep.
Please Don't Crit Me. Like,
And,
comment, and subscribe, and have a nice day.
Yep, we'll see it eventually.